Okay, here we go. It is Cintea, first night home and getting dressed for bed. All right, here we go. I also noticed that her earrings were not glued on. These are real earrings, little diamond studs. They're very pretty. I didn't have my glasses on. That could be my excuse. Or I wasn't maybe prepared to realize that they were actually earrings. I do put on socks and little booties to go with her shoes. I just like that double warmth on babies. And it's what I did to my children when they were little. So she's going to be treated like I treated my children. I love that I ordered a girl, so she'll always be really, really, really dressed cute the way I like for it to be. Her body was a little cold today. I got her warm as I could get her. Her clothes fit her to a T. Now, Tia's hair is still going to take some fine tuning. I'm not real fond of the hair. I would love to reroot her hair. God in heavens knows I would. Because I want it much fuller on the top so that the ponytail's fluffy with a curl. But I guess this mohair that they use, and I guess they wouldn't use anything but mohair. I preferred human hair, but they didn't use that. So Tia has this mo stuff, and I don't like the mohair at all. She's going to get nighty night snooky nookums. I don't want to take off everything. I can be a little lazy, I believe, but I do want to powder her down again and make sure she's powdered up correctly and ready for bed correctly. She had a really good day. She had a busy day. She visited the hospital. She visited her grandma. She visited her aunties. She went to the stores. And mind you, this is Tia's first day arriving and coming home. She had the most busiest day ever. Everybody was all over. There was an incident in our family that I can't really disclose on Facebook, but took her to the hospital, and the doctor at the hospital walked in the room and was just making all over. And he was a young guy too, early age gentleman. He was younger than myself. And he was just so amazed. He kept talking about how pretty she was and how pretty her eyes was. And then he said, but something's wrong because her eyes are not moving. She's not following me with her eyes. And my baby sister, she's my adopted sister, my baby sister and I, we were all sitting there smiling. Her aunt was there, and we were laughing, and the doctor was still just making over the baby and talking about how Tia, her eyes were not moving. He said, she's not following me. Something's wrong with her eyes. And we just smiled, and we wouldn't say anything. We let him carry himself on. And he said, wait a minute. Is she real? And we still didn't say anything to him. We just let him continue to go, and we laughed, and we said, well, what do you think? And he touched her and was just ecstatic over, how she looked and what she felt like. He couldn't believe that this was a doll. And he was just so amazed over, how well she looked, how well she was done, how well she was dressed. He said, where did you get something like that from? So I began to share with him that I got her from the Doll Connection store and that she was custom ordered. And that's why she has those beautiful eyes. Tia's eyes were to be gray, but they gave her a greenish gray, which are very, very, very pretty eyes. I mean, beautiful eyes. And they're hard to see and not unless you're in direct light. And so she looked really pretty. And everybody in the hospital was making over, but they couldn't believe that she wasn't real. So they kept squeezing her. And I said, well, don't squeeze her too hard. She's a silicone baby. But they were just all over. People were holding her. And this one lady wanted to walk her down to the security office to show off. And so I let her walk down. And when she got out of my vision, I said, whoop, let me go follow my baby. And I followed Tia down to the area where the lady was at. And people were getting out of their seats. And I had to carry her. So I couldn't video all of it, but I did put some videos online showing, her first visit at my job, how people respond, how my sisters and them were responding to her.